The next way to grow business, outside of getting new customers, which can be expensive, is getting more transactions from every customer that you already have. So if on average, every time you sell a product for a whole year, you're selling to each person you sell to them one time, it's not gonna be as good if you get each person to buy from you twice. All of a sudden you've doubled your sales. If everything else remains consistent, you don't have additional marketing cost, but you can get that customer to buy time and time again. So things like subscriptions for e-commerce can work incredibly well. There's a reason why Amazon puts so much emphasis onto the buy and save, the subscribe and save program. It's because once they acquire a customer one time, you can get value every month if people are on that cycle of purchasing time and time again. Smart, savvy business owners, when they are marketing, if they have some type of subscription or if they know the repeat purchase rate, what they can do is they can actually afford to lose money on the first sale. And by doing that, they can invest more in their marketing and then make it up on the second transaction and the third transaction, the fourth transaction, versus a business owner who is gonna stop short of their marketing. And if they don't understand their full marketing costs, they might not invest as much as they need to, and they will get their lunch eaten by the competitor who is willing to invest knowing what the full lifetime value of their customer is. So some ways to increase transactions from each customer. Email and SMS marketing, we'll talk more about email and SMS, but those are great ways to get customers to purchase time and time again. Doing some type of loyalty or VIP program, hosting events for current clients or customers. Packaging inserts is great. There's a big opportunity for local retailers to add more packaging inserts to the bags after they are selling customers a product, and then subscriptions, which we talked about. Cool, so email and SMS. Lots of people will say email is dead, which is pretty hysterical because lots of e-commerce businesses specifically can make around 30 to 40% of their revenue from email if their subscriber base is big enough. So the best way to do that, first you need to build a list, and there's no better time to start building a list than other than yesterday is today. So if you're not already building a list, you need to start doing that, and you want to do it in a couple ways. You don't just want to think about building your list online, you also want to do it offline. So online, we see lots of business owners, they might have an opt-in pop-up. Oftentimes it's pretty boring and the opt-in rates aren't great, but at least they're doing that, so that's a good thing. But then in store, lots of retailers are not capitalizing on collecting information, whether it's an email or a phone number that they can use to market to those customers time and time again. We do see retailers doing it when people purchase, but an average retail conversion rate could be, let's say, 20 to 30+% for in-store purchases, but that means 70 or 80% of people who are walking in your store are not buying. So you want to figure out a way to get them to share their contact information so you can then remarket to them time and time again. Things like having a giveaway in your shop or having people sign up for a raffle is a great way to get their contact information, and you can then send them follow-up messages over time. Email is great. SMS is better because the SMS performance metrics are typically a lot better than email, but consumers are less likely to give up their SMS number. So the ideal scenario is you do both. You collect email, you collect SMS, you use both of those channels to market, and then by doing that, you'll be able to capitalize on the better performance rates from SMS, but the higher volume you'll get from email. Make sure you have automations built out. A welcome flow, a post-purchase flow, and an abandoned cart flow are the three that nearly every retail and e-commerce business should have. There's lots of others, but those are the three that you'll likely get the best value from. And then make sure you're making offers. Too many business owners are shy about making offers to their email or SMS lists, and the SMS and email list sort of goes wasted because they're not using it. So if somebody signed up to get information about your product or service, you need to stay in front of them. You need to do that with email and SMS. However, there's a right and a wrong way to do it. If you just have offers all the time where you're just sending out sales messages and you're not adding any value, your list is going to get burnt out. So make sure when you are sending sales messages, you are also rotating in content that is educational or entertaining or something where you are adding value to your subscriber list so they're not just getting messages about you asking them to buy your products. Some ways to do that are using FAQs that people have. So maybe there's questions people have about how to install your product, or how to use it, or how long does it last, or what's your shipping policy, or you can use all that stuff to send information about your product. You can share information about people using your product. You can share customer reviews and testimonials. All of that stuff can help you just have another touch point with your subscribers so that when they are ready to purchase, you will be top of mind for them. So here's an example of an email that we designed for an e-commerce business. Some things that you want to notice from this are quality does matter. You want to have high quality images and other content in your email. Can you just send a simple text message, a text only message over email? Yes. Can it work? Yes. But if you do that over and over again for most e-commerce or retail businesses, it's going to diminish the aesthetic quality of your brand. So in order to elevate your business, if you are selling goods or services that are somewhat aspirational or somewhat where you are trying to elevate the brand, which most businesses should be, unless you're in the super heavily discount business, like you operate a dollar store, this would be a little bit less important. But for most brands, you want to have email, SMS that matches the vibe of your brand. So at every touch point, consumers are reminded about your brand values, about the aesthetic, about the quality. So they are more likely to purchase and also more likely to spend more money when they purchase. Loyalty and VIP programs can work incredibly well. Once you have people's contact information, you can market to them time and time again. And as an added bonus, you can motivate them to spend more money with your business by offering something like points or discounts or reward ladders, something as simple as, having a VIP tier. If, your average order value is $400, maybe double that and say every customer who spends $800 plus each year gets a free gift. It's a super easy way to motivate people to spend more and reward your best customers, who can then turn into ambassadors for your brand. You can also, with lots of loyalty and VIP programs, reward people when they share information about your business. Let's say if they post on Instagram or refer a friend, they can get points where they win, their friend wins, your business wins. So if you have a business or brand that sells a wide variety of products, or products where people come back time and time again, a loyalty or a VIP program is a great thing to have. Packaging inserts. So lots of e-commerce businesses do this really well, where it's just sort of standard, where when they are building out packaging for their e-commerce brand, they are including some type of thank you note with some other information as part of the package that's getting sent out to that customer. We see lots of local retailers fail at this, and they might have a nice shopping bag, maybe there's some tissue paper, your products are wrapped up really nicely, but there is a huge opportunity to get in front of that customer when they get home and they pull out a beautiful thank you card that incentivizes them to do a few different things. You can do all of these, or you can do some of these. You can promote an upcoming event to get them to come back into your store for some type of VIP event, where you can then at that point sell to them again and again. You can ask them to refer friends to your business and motivate them for that. You can mention other products that you have and maybe have an offer where if they come back in and buy again in the next 7 days, you're going to give them a free gift or something super cool. You can ask them to follow on your social media accounts. So there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with a packaging insert. So take advantage of that opportunity, and don't just think when a customer buys from you one time, that's the end of it. Think of that as the beginning of a new relationship, and you want to maintain it.